Hey guys, Morgan's Maintenance. Today's video, we're going to be looking at the VETO Pro Pack CBLD. That's that free bag, part of the spring promotion from VETO Pro Pack. Now, you do have to buy that upper tier bag in order to get this one for free. Now, you're probably thinking, what bag did you buy to get that? I did not buy a bag to get this one for free. That Bowery boy over on Instagram, Jeff Bowery, he emailed me and said that he got this as part of a spring promo. Didn't really have a use for it. Wanted to know if I was interested in doing a bag swap because I had told him I was kind of interested in it. And currently, I'm not running my Velocity MB200. He's been really wanting to get a Velocity bag, so I'm actually going to put this in the mail, send it to him. So we're basically swapping these two bags out. Now, in this video, I'm not going to go over like a loadout, but what I'm going to talk about is I've got the SBLD, which I ran a couple years ago. Then I got the SPMC for free during the spring promo last year. That's what I've been currently running. I'm going to move my tools from here into that, and then there's going to be tons of room left over to add more tools as well. But just to give you an idea, in case this is a bag you've been looking to get for the spring promo, you're like back and forth on should I get a bag to get that one for free. Basically, I'm going to show it to you in comparison to the SBLD because it's very, very similar to that, except for the fact that it has a flap and a little bit taller. But then also, once I put the tools from here into there, you'll see how much more room there is as well, and maybe that will help you make those decisions. So I'll do a loadout later once I kind of get everything fine-tuned and how I like it. But again, I wanted to try this bag because it is basically the biggest bag I could probably possibly get and still fit it between the drawers of my truck and my outside door with that shut. So I think it's going to end up being a good medium bag, not a real big bag, but not a small bag. That's going to work out for a lot of people. So that's what we're going to do in this video. Again, let me go ahead and change the angle a little bit. We'll talk about the features of it, comparison to the SBLD, and then we'll move some tools over. So again, I'm going to start out with comparing the CBLD to the SBLD, which was the free promo bag 2 years ago. So I know a lot of people have this bag, and maybe you really love this bag. I absolutely like it as well, but you don't like maybe the open top. Some people are open top people, some people aren't. That's going to be the biggest difference between the two. The base is exactly the same. That's one thing about the SPMC base. It's a little tippy, but if you put these side by side, it is exactly the same base. So it is the same kind of footprint of a bag as far as the bottom. These pockets on this side, you're going to see they look pretty well identical as well. They're pretty much exactly the same. These are maybe a little bit smaller, but I think it's just because I don't have them stretched out yet because I haven't put any tools in here. But basically, you got the same exact sides over here. And if we flip it to this side, same exact side over here as well. Let me go ahead and cut this out of the way so that you can kind of see a little bit better. So these are exactly the same. So if you like the SBLD, the base, the outside pockets, but you kind of just want a closed bag, this might be a good option for you. The one big difference is going to be the height. Maybe you can kind of check that out there. So let me go ahead and open this. And if you unzip this, this expands out a lot as well. That's kind of a big difference between this and some other bags. So if I go with the tape measure down inside the bottom, I think I'm going to get right around 13 inches is what you can see right there. Now, obviously, this one, that doesn't affect it as much because it's open, so you can go with a taller tool. It's going to stick up past your bag. But you're looking at roughly about 11.25 to 11.5 inches. So basically gaining about 1.5 inches in height as far as the inside of this bag. Now, the one big difference is the SBLD obviously has this back here on the back that we all absolutely loved. We like that extra compartment, put our meters and stuff like that in there. This bag doesn't do that. It's all up here in the front, and some people prefer that. You know, some people like the fact that I just have to open up one spot. All my tools are in there. I don't have to open up this spot to get to some stuff, open up this spot to get to some, this spot to get to some. Some people prefer it that way. So if that's the case for you, this might be a better bag as well. And then as far as pocket layout on the inside, if we look here versus the SBLD, you kind of have basically the back pockets here. If you got rid of all that, that's your SBLD right here. Again, you don't have the back section. So then these two pockets would be the two pockets in the back section of that. But you also have these two big side pockets over here on the side, which we'll put some tools in a little bit. But again, the biggest thing to me is you have all this extra open space up here in the front, which will fit like an M12 drill or something like that. Like I've got an M12 drill there, easily fits in that spot right there, or a big bit case or whatever you want to use that for. So it's kind of nice to have that little bit extra room. And then you also have 4 slots here and your small pouch, which again, SBLD does not have. Now the SBLD does have a front little small pouch up here that's kind of got those little bit holders in there, and then just one spot. But again, this one, even on top of all that extra storage inside of there, Has this flap up here as well with 2 slots, some smaller slots, one decent size right here, and then one really decent sized pocket right here as well. So even a whole nother layer of storage with your D-rings on the front to hang some bit holders, also a tape measure clip, which typically I use that to kind of clip my, drills and stuff on before I carry it in somewhere if that's the case. So tons more storage, but again, in comparison, it is basically the same footprint, the same outside pockets, same similar type of thing, except for it's a taller bag, and then also maybe a little bit deeper bag. This runs you about 9 inches without any tools in it, and this one runs pretty close to 9 inches as well. So ultimately, a little bit taller bag with a flap. Now, I do like the fact that the flap on the CBLD does come down. I've started to like that a lot better as I've transitioned to the SPMC over here, which does that same thing, which I just dropped that bag and made a big mess. But I like that on this bag. So that was one thing that whenever I saw that on this bag as well, I was glad to see, instead of it being like a TPLC or a TPXXL XL where the flap comes over, I actually kind of prefer the flap coming down quite a bit better on the SPMC. So that's now something that I actually look for on a VETO bag whenever I'm checking them out. But while we're talking about the SPMC, I'm going to go ahead and transition to this view because I'm going to move my tools from the SPMC into the CBLD. We'll see how much room is left. But again, I do like the CBLD. I like the size. In fact, it's definitely big enough that if I really wanted to, I don't know if my SPMC will actually fit in it or not. I can get it to kind of go down in there. If I didn't have all the pockets in there, I think I could put this on the inside of this bag. So that kind of gives you an idea, a big difference in the base size. This one's definitely going to be more tippy than what this one's ever going to be, and this doesn't have any weight in it yet. So I do like the fact that this does open up like this as well. Definitely easier to get to the stuff, access it. I like how they thought this through, that right now with the flap all the way open, I kind of have a lot of easy access, but if I want my tools standing straight up, I can kind of leave these zippers like this, and then all my tools are going to be standing straight up. I do like that. Now, the one personal preference for me, the one thing I don't like about this bag in particular is the side pockets. I've grown to love the fact that my SPMC doesn't have any side pockets. Now you're going to say, well, you're going to a bigger bag because you want more room. Well, this, along with this, I feel like that's plenty of room in this bag for what I would want to use it for. I kind of wish they'd come up with a way on all VETO bags, in all honesty. Now that I've used the SPMC without them, come up with a way with the little pouches you put on the side or whatever that are easily removable, just like the SPMC, and just let that be the side pockets. That way people can transition. It would be like another form or version of the V-swap, kind of in a sense, just to give you the option if I don't want them. I can take them off. That's something that they could do. I don't talk to VETO, so maybe they'll watch this and see that. So getting into the tools itself, again, I like the flap, how it comes down like this. I've kind of grown to love that on this bag. Currently, I'm just going to run. I'm going to move my stuff over. I might move them to some other pockets just to give you an idea of what pockets other stuff might hold. So impact 17-in-1 from Klein, and then the 6-in-1 insulated. Those are the 2 screwdrivers that I'm carrying in my bag because I carry my ball handles, my dedicateds, and my pouches. These are just 2 things that I use as multi-drivers in a tool bag to save some space. Vessel USB with a locking bit holder. And then I've got my 9-inch, the LN47ACF. I can never remember that part number. So these would definitely for sure fit over in here, which is where I run them in my SPMC as well. I don't know that they'll fit. Let's see if, I mean, you could easily put them in these pouches. You could put them in one of those. Let's see how they fit in this one, because that's kind of a long handle. So I was just kind of checking that out. So you could put it up here in the front pockets as well. Now, once you get out here into here, they're going to stick up past that, so you can't really go with that big of a plier out here in this front pocket. So I'm still just going to put these over off to the side. I've got a pair of my ES, the 180 Cobras, and then a pair of the 180 pliers wrench as well. We'll check that out in here. So yeah, you could definitely run pliers like that in this section. Now let's go back up to these front ones and see if 180. So 180s will fit in these 2 front pockets right here and still close up. So that's kind of nice. I might actually run my pliers over in these instead of down inside of those, but we'll see. I'm not real sure. Again, I'm going to have tons of room. It looks like it's definitely a lot bigger bag. 27-in-1 from Klein. See if it will slide down inside of one of these, what I call useless pockets, because I don't never use those. Let's see, it should be a pair of the 8-inch on the twin grips. I'll put them down in there first. See, this is the thing I like about getting some different color handles, because I actually prefer putting them like that for storage purposes, but now I don't know which one of those is my pliers wrench, which one's my Cobra. Again, I know I can put tape or something on there. A little Speed L from Vessel. Just saw this over on Tinker with Tools. He said he found this by seeing it on my channel. Here is the little Baco adjustable wrench. We'll go here with that. There's down there in the front a pair of angled diagonals from Knipex, and then a pair of forged wire strippers. I might see if those will fit down in this side over here as well. Oh, that is a pass-through. I did not know that, so I'm just now seeing that. Maybe you can kind of see over here the head of the tool. So I didn't realize that that was a pass-through. That's still going to be okay, though. That's not going to be a problem because they're still sticking up right here. But I did not know that. I don't think that's the case on any of these other bags. Actually, it is. So those are pass-through as well. Here is my little 8009. This is basically another form of a bit holder and then kind of a small ratchet. So I've just kept that in this bag. I don't use it a ton, but I do like to have it because it's a small tool, fits in a small space. And then I normally keep some microfiber cloths in the bottom of mine just to keep stuff from banging on that hard bottom. And then I believe that's pretty much it inside of here, other than my little runt box that has a few wire nuts and my jaw protectors. Usually I got a couple Wagos in there. I need to refill that. So that's definitely obviously going to fit inside of this spot if I want to. And then we'll open up this. I've got my little RA ratcheting driver. We'll stick that down in here as well. So you can see I've already emptied out most of this bag. I've still got one screwdriver pocket. I've got a whole side pocket over here. 2 more pliers pockets. I could really move this stuff around. And I still have the front, which is why I'm saying if it were up to me, I wouldn't even put these on here. So that's it there. I've got my non-contact voltage tester. I've also got an aux pencil. I will go ahead and put these on the outside since I have outside pockets. Slide these over here. And then back here on the back side, I've got my magnetic mat, my Klein hollow magnetic nut drivers, and then a little torpedo level as well. And this pocket, or this bag, the CBLD, still has one of these that I can just do the same exact thing in. So there's everything that was in my SPMC, other than I've got a Malco down here, it looks like. That was kind of a little loose. I'll stick that here for now. And I've still got these 2 pockets. I've still got this pocket, some bit holder pockets, which I'll probably put some stuff in those. Here, maybe I'll put my little travel size muck ender and maybe a pair of gloves or something in there as well. But again, I'm not really using that. Not using any of this side. Only have a couple things in the side here, and then up inside the main bag I still got quite a bit of room as well. And this thing is 100% empty, other than actually, let me see what I got in here. I forgot I have the little small. I should just have some nut drivers and bit holders and stuff like that as well. So these are things that I could easily put over into those, which aren't passed through. So those are longer. See if the back one maybe is. No. So those aren't passed through as well, but I can still put my bit holders in there. But as you can see, there's definitely plenty of room for tools in there. And as I mentioned, you can even still fit an M12 drill in there. No problem closing that up. So in my opinion, very good medium-sized tool bag. It's not an SPMC, which is my go bag. You can see all the tools I put in here. I still have tons of room left over. So this is a very good fit for me for a 90% bag. Your bread and butter tools, the minimum type thing that you need. But maybe you're kind of in the between that stage where you're like, I really want to run a bag like that, but I don't want to have to carry another bag, but I also don't want a really big bag. I think this is where that's at, because the SBLD, that's kind of what that did for me. And it's essentially really the same bag, a little bit taller, a little bit more tool room, and then also it has that flap on it which folds down, which is really nice as well. So let me know in the comments below if you've got the CBLD. from the spring promo, if you've already got it and you've been using it, how you're using it. Is it your only bag? Is it kind of a spare bag? How are you using it? Let us know that in the comments below. Also, maybe you've got some questions about it that I didn't cover, because again, it's not a full-blown video review about it or anything like that. And again, I will load it out later and kind of fill in the gaps of what I have in here. I'm going to try to run this bag as this bag only for a little while, and even pull my MCT-P out of the picture and see if I can kind of get away with just this one bag. Again, just for trial's sake, just to give you guys the answers to some questions and stuff like that. I like to try a new bag every now and then just to see how it goes. But as always, I hope this video was helpful in some way. You guys stay safe, have a blessed day, and I'll see you in the next video.